Robbery attempt that resulted in 5 cold-blooded murders in Norfolk sent shivers across the state 15 years ago. Tonight, one of the killers might be a step closer to an execution date. The Department of Corrections formally notified Jose Sandoval of the drugs it plans to use to administer capital punishment. Good evening, I'm Craig DeGrelli.
And I'm Jennifer Griswold. Sandoval could become the first Nebraska inmate executed since 1997. Tonight, there was a flurry of reaction. Here's reporter Maya Saenz.
Yeah, Jen, Craig, the death penalty has always been a controversial topic. But in light of today's announcement, some are questioning the combination of the lethal injection drugs that would be used, mainly because this combination has never been used in the U.S. before.
Jose Sandoval is one step closer to getting executed.
Jose Sandoval was convicted of a brutal, cold-blooded killing of an innocent person.
The announcement of which drugs would be used to execute Sandoval comes nearly a year after Nebraskans voted to bring back the death penalty.
Anytime you have a punishment like this, you really don't look at this as a win, but you look at this as justice being served over a terrible and horrendous crime.
But some people, like Matt Maul, don't believe the execution will be carried out, mainly because of the litigation the state will be swamped in trying to justify the 4-drug lethal injection combination they want to use for the execution, which includes a paralytic drug.
The Department of Corrections listed the names of the drugs, but they didn't say where they came from or who made them, and that's really concerning to us. Nobody wants a botched execution.
The drugs, diazepam, fentanyl citrate, benzoate, and potassium chloride haven't been used in a U.S. execution before.
It's more than just finding the drugs, because even if you support the death penalty, that's fine, but the drugs have to be correct. They have to work, and they have to come from authorized suppliers.
But Bob Evnen believes the state has done its research.
The drugs that have been selected and the order in which they're administered, the amounts in which they're administered, these are things that careful consideration has been given to. That the state is entitled to make these determinations, and I'm confident that they have done so in a way that's thorough and reasonable.
No date for Sandoval's execution has been set. Nebraska Attorney General Doug Peterson has to wait 60 days before asking the state Supreme Court to issue a warrant for Jose Sandoval's execution. After the state Supreme Court upheld Sandoval's death sentence, the U.S. Supreme Court denied further review of it. Reporting live from the studio, Maya Saenz, 3 News Now.
And here's some background on the dispute involving lethal injection in Nebraska. Corrections officials tried to buy $54,000 worth of drugs from a provider in India in 2015. The state was not able to obtain them after the federal government did not approve the drugs. Just last year, Nebraska voters reinstated the death penalty. Corrections Director Scott Frakes obtained a license to import foreign-made lethal injection drugs 2 weeks after the November 8th vote. This year, Senator John Kuhn pushed a bill that would conceal the drug suppliers' identities. He argued it would protect them from public harassment. Opponents said Nebraska must keep the process transparent. The legislature debated it in April, but never took a vote.